Good morning, everybody. I'm Bart Winkler. Welcome into the Winklerverse. This is being recorded at 2 in the morning, sober, in my basement. On what planet would I be compelled to do a show and then rush to my basement to talk more? On a planet where Mark Attanasio gave a terrible, terrible quote that I know Brewers fans will now make a point of rallying around for the 2025 season. The bulk of what was said, I'll get right to it. The bulk of what was said, the quote that's been traveling around was Mark Attanasio saying the following: Is my job to win a World Series, or is my job to provide a summer of entertainment and passion and a way for families to come together? A summer of entertainment and passion is going to be the theme of the 2025 Brewers, whether they like it or not. If I had ever gotten a store off the ground, I would be selling shirts. Please, no one else do it. I might get around to it by June. No matter what they say, this is it. A summer of entertainment and passion. Just like we rallied around Craig Counsell ass last year, this is what we are going to do, and the many other things that he had said. But a summer in entertainment of passion is what we are going to do. This is not unlike what I've been saying as a Brewers fan. As a Brewers fan, I know they're never going to win a World Series. And I don't think they're ever going to make a World Series. I saw somebody, Milwaukee, saying that they're going to make a World Series. He's very confident about it. How? On what planet have you talked yourself into the Brewers making a World Series? Now, they do have the fourth most wins in baseball over the last, however many years. I'll read some more of Mark's quotes in a second. And I suppose he is in a small market, and baseball is skewed against him. He is in a small market. He doesn't have the money that some of these owners do. He doesn't have the resources that some of these owners do. Should we be mad at him for buying into a soccer team? Should we be mad at him for having other investments? These are situations and conversations that I think are fair to have. When you buy a baseball team, don't we expect you to be all in? Don't so many owners want to have their hands on what is going on? If you want that, shouldn't you be all in? Because at the end of the day, this is just a piece of property owned by a person. This team that we bleed and sweat and cry and pay for is just a part of somebody's portfolio. So what is his job? He ponders it. Is my job to win a World Series, or is my job to provide a summer of entertainment and passion and a way for families to come together? Now, Brewers fan, don't think they're going to win a World Series in my lifetime. I'm not trying to reverse psychology that either. I just have no expectations. I'll forever think that the Bucks could still do it, even when Giannis is gone and we're 20 years removed from this. I'll always think the Packers have a chance. I even stupidly think that there's a way for the Wisconsin Badgers basketball team and maybe even the football team to someday win a title. I'll rule out nothing. But I have ruled out the Brewers winning a World Series, but that's okay. Because they still are trying to win. And I do have a summer of entertainment and passion every time I go there. And I'm excited to go there. I'm excited to go to opening day. I'm excited to go to the game after opening day when there's like half of the stadium there. I'm excited to take my kid there. I'm excited to go with his buddies. I'm excited to go with my buddies. I'm excited to get to that ballpark and have a summer filled with entertainment and passion. But I'm a lowly fan. I'm not the owner of a baseball team. And I understand, it is hard for these guys. Many other things that he was quoted as saying. It's a challenge we have to face every year. We lose pieces. Some years we lose more than others. You got to see how it plays out. We've got some good players. We're trying to find a way. That's from Yelich. Attanasio says they're struggling to break even. I never buy that. My goal from an ownership standpoint is to always compete. I don't like to talk about us as a small market. We've certainly not played like a small market. Since 2005, we have the fourth remix most wins in the National League. And then he says, is my job to win a World Series, or is my job to provide a summer of entertainment and passion and a way for families to come together? This was in the USA Today, Bob Nightingale. I saw the initial screenshot of that quote. I did not believe it was real. I had to type it into Google to find the article that it was from. And we get it. We get it. We get it. We get it. Brewers fans get that it's going to be hard. They get that you're at least trying to build a contender. They get that the same way you've been taking bites of the apple. Other teams have also taken bites of the apple, and they've actually got a piece of the apple. They're using your method to try to win. We get that it's hard. We know it's difficult. But you got to stop saying these kind of things. You just can't say that as an owner. Is my job to win a World Series, or is my job to provide a summer of entertainment and a way for families to come together? His quote won't change the way I feel about the Brewers coming up in 2025. I don't know that they're going to be very good, or they're going to do what they always do. Be projected to win 75 games, win 90, win the division, and get bumped out in the first round of the playoffs. But I know that they're at least trying. They just had the manager of the year. They just have the executive of the year. When, pray tell, can we have the owner of the year, which I don't believe is a thing. And you can see why everybody's tripping over themselves to not get it. It's already tough. Look, even the teams like Steve Cohen owning the Mets, he's saying there's this Cohen tax. People call it this Cohen tax. What about the Dodgers? I'm not even spending the most amount of money here. The Dodgers are a cloud that's going to hold over this entire season. Because even if you do have a team that's competitive and fun and surprises some people, or that continues to build like a Cleveland, a Baltimore, even if they make the World Series, there's going to be the Dodgers. Even if the Yankees make the World Series with the team they had last year, they could only scratch out one game against LA in the postseason. Baseball's fluky. Baseball's all over the place. You can't predict baseball. But the Dodgers have certainly done it with money, and they've done it smartly. They've had people on the ground, boots on the ground in Japan for years to get these guys. Everybody laughs at Bobby Bonilla's contract. He's still getting paid. The Dodgers are like, actually, that's good business sense. Pay him later when money's not as valuable as it is right this very second. So we know it's hard, and we know the landscape that you're in is hard, but you don't need to be telling us that. We see you. We support you. Is my job to win a World Series? Sell the fucking team then. Sell the fucking team.